Kristen and happy Throwback Thursday to you. For those of you that are new to this kind of video, it was not started by me, but it's something that I've been doing for the past 7-ish months, something like that. And it's when I go back 2 years, take a look at my favorites video from that year, or from that month, and see what my favorites are, bring them to you, and see if they're still my favorites or if I've replaced them with something. There is currently a thunderstorm going on outside, so if you see some flashes or anything like that, that's what it is. Don't worry, it's not the paparazzi outside my house. At least I think I'm funny. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing, ooh, thunder. The first thing that I have on my list is the Walmart High Definition Brush. And that looks like this. It's an angled brush. And you can see this one is dirty. I still use this brush on a regular basis. However, at the time I had purchased this as I was trying to find a good contour brush. This is before I found one that I like. So the one that I like, I've talked about a bunch lately, but this is the Napoleon Purtis 15B angled brush. And like I said, I've talked that a bunch. So that's what I prefer for contour, which is what I was looking for this. What I love this brush for is either cream blush or foundation. This is a great foundation brush. It has a little more give to it, so it kind of depends on the foundation type that you're using. But I still like this brush. You used to be able to buy it separately by itself, and I actually have 2 of them. But now you can only buy it in a kit with a couple of other brushes. I've not used any of the other brushes in that kit, but if this were to go away, I would absolutely buy that kit just to get that brush again. So, just saying. Okay, the next brush that I talked about is the IT Cosmetics. It's a brush that I got with their Bye Bye Pores powder, so it looks like this. And what I liked this for was buffing everything in at the end of, my kind of foundation routine, like the very last step. So I do still like this brush. I obviously still have it, and for those of you that watch my vlog channel, you know that I've put a bunch of brushes aside. I do still like this brush. Sometimes I like it for contour, for foundation, but my favorite brush for buffing everything in at the end and just kind of, just making sure everything's blended is I've talked about this a bunch too, is my e.l.f. Kabuki brush. I think this is great. I think it sells for $6, but they always are having some kind of a sale, it seems like, but that brush is awesome. So I do still like the IT Cosmetics brush, but it's just not my favorite for that particular task anymore. All right, the next thing on my list is the Lorac Velvet Rope. So 2 years ago, I was talking about this when the whole world was talking about Lorac Exposed. I really like Velvet Rope. I still like it better than Lorac Exposed. It's a little more neutral, I think. I'll give you a shot of it here. I'm not wearing this today. I'm wearing one of the other ones, but I have 3 of these blushes. I think maybe I don't even know if they make more than that, but I have this one and Exposed, and then I also have Flaunt. And I like all of them. They're just a very nice, they're not really matte, even though they say Baked Matte, but then below it says Baked Matte Satin Blush. Definitely is a satin finish, not too much sheen. I like that. I like all of them, but I do still like Velvet Rope. All right. So the next one is what I'm wearing today, and I'm just laughing. I have no idea, but I wonder how many times this blush has shown up in my favorites. I mean, there's a reason. And this is Tom Ford Frantic Pink. I don't know if you guys can see how much of a, probably not, dip I have in there. This is what I have on my face today. It's just gorgeous. And I've used it so much, and there's still so much product in here. So I realize it's expensive, but it will last a really long time. And there it is right there. It just, when this goes on to my face, you can see it just gives a nice sheen, a little color to my cheek, but it's not like crazy color. I think that's why I like it so much. I don't know. It works perfectly with my skin, in my opinion. So still a favorite, clearly. The next thing is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum. Goodness, in Ultra Black. And I still like this. What's interesting is that you guys know I hardly ever use liquid liner. This is still the one that I've had from 2 years ago. And still just as good. I mean, my only issue with all of these sort of liners is that they tend to dry shiny, and I prefer them to dry matte. This one dries a little more matte than any other one that I've tried, so that's why I continue to use this one. But, I mean, that was 2 years ago, and it's still, you can see that this one dries a little more matte. it's still going strong and is not dried out at all. So I think that's saying something. The next thing I had on here was Covergirl and Olay concealer. So that is this. They don't make this anymore. I loved this stuff, and I had just purchased it and started using it there, but I was using it under my eyes. So you can see how much I ended up having used of this. I'm looking because I don't know what is going on, but my lighting, which used to not be quite so yellow, is a little more yellow right now, and it's driving me crazy. Anyway, I ended up not liking this as much under my eyes as I did early on. I much prefer the Giorgio Armani Maestro, or favorite overall is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. But this one I used a bunch, kind of on blemishes on my face for a while. And then I got to be concerned that it was not, while it was covering up delightfully, I got a little bit concerned that it was not helping things any, and it was actually maybe clogging my pores a little bit. So I have put this to the side and I haven't used it for a while. The other reason I put it to the side is because you can't purchase it anymore. And if you make YouTube videos, you know that it's hard to use a product that you can't purchase anymore because you don't want to talk about something people can't go get. It's tricky. It's tricky, I tell you. Okay, the next, I had a couple of eyeshadows on, and I'm actually not wearing either of these today. I'll tell you what I'm wearing at the end, of course. But the Bare Minerals Loose Shadow in Queen Tiffany, I got rid of a bunch of my, I will show you it in the pan without making a mess, and then I'll show you on here. I have not done the combo that I talked about in that video in a long time. And it was where you would just, I had learned it from a friend or something she was doing, you would just put some black liner all over, you know, on your top lid, and then put this kind of over the top of everything and all over your lid. And it's a really pretty easy look, but this is Queen Tiffany. Isn't that pretty? I just love that. Still one of my favorite shades. It's, you know, everybody uses taupe to describe everything. This is a little, it's taupey, but it really leans more towards the kind of purpley side of taupey. So actually, I had a subscriber ask me a while back about one that would, of taupe-ish, that would lean purple. This is a good, it's a good one if you're looking for that sort of shade. And then lastly, I'm going to show you again. See how that dried fairly matte? I love that. Okay. Lastly, and I just talked about this duo in a favorites not that long ago. This one comes up a lot, and you know, for those of you that maybe haven't been around my channel too long, my favorites video are what I'm loving at the moment. It's not necessarily something I've purchased. You know, everybody does their favorites different. For me, it's not something I've purchased in the last month. For me, it's just what I actually have loved in the last month. At any rate, this is the L'Oreal Electrified Duo. Oh, you know what? Maybe I just talked about this in my favorite duos. That might be what it is. And it is clearly still, because I just posted that video. This has a beautiful bronzed metallic taupe right there. And then just a gorgeous eggplant color. And like I said, I still love these. I love them together. I like that on its own. Just absolutely stunning. And you can still get these. I just saw them at Walmart. I picked up one for a friend the other day. So those were my makeup favorites, and then my random favorites. One was the Pop Chips barbecue flavor. I do like those, but you know how you kind of, you find something you like and then you eat too many of them? That was kind of it with the Pop Chips. I ate them for far too long, and then I was sick of them. The next thing is Big Brother, and I was talking about how I was really enjoying the season. And this season I'm enjoying as well. I love Big Brother. I'm not ashamed to admit it. But I don't know, it's kind of, sometimes when it gets toward the end and I don't like any of the people that are clearly in power and the ones that I like are not in power, I get a little disheartened by the whole thing. So I am still watching, but I'm not as enthusiastic as I was last year. And then the last thing I had on there was a football season, Packer season, and we are absolutely in the throes of it. We are 3 games into the preseason, 1 more game, and then bring on the regular season. I love it. What's funny is that 2 years ago I was still in a fantasy league. I'm not in a fantasy league any longer, aside from I play in an eliminator pool every year, but I didn't do a draft in a fantasy team now for the past couple of years. Just time-wise, I didn't have the time, but I just love, I mean, if you've been around a little bit, you know. You guys should let me know if you want me to do like a Packer eye look. I was thinking about doing like different teams eye looks, but I know that Marlena from Makeup Geek did that a couple of years back, And I know that Emily a while back did like college looks, so I don't want to copy something else somebody else has done, but I was thinking about maybe doing a Packer look. Anyway, so that's my Throwback Thursday. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions on a product, something I didn't touch on, go ahead and leave them below. Leave those questions below and I will get back to you. On my face today, everyone, can we have a round of applause? I'll show it in my empties, but the Chanel Pearl de Mer is gone. So I am using my Lingerie de Peau BB cream currently, and to set that, I am using my Smashbox Halo Powder in Light. On my eyes today, I have some Camp Cosmetics eyeshadows. I think that's a couple videos in a row. What can I say? I'm obsessed. Actually, I'll pull these out and show you. So those are the shades that I'm wearing on my lid currently. So this one here is Paparazzi. That one is Gypsy. And I have Gypsy on the inner third and outer third. I have Paparazzi in the center. And then I used Memoir, which is a matte brown, to kind of just add some depth in the outer corner. I have Gypsy beneath my lash line and Memoir in the outer corner, and brought in, excuse me, to the crease just a little bit. For liner today, I have the Chanel Stilo in Espresso. I'm doing really well and sticking on my Use It Up things. And then for my lips today, I have MAC's Viva Glam 5. And over the top of that, I have a Camp Cosmetics lip lava in Tryst, which looks like, I'll try to give you a swatch here. It's a really nice kind of topper gloss. All right, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're having a great day, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.